Good day everyone, my name is Richie P. Tabano and today I'm going to discuss about Lesson 5, Layout of Housekeeping Department. So my topic includes housekeeping design factors, layout and housekeeping facilities, and 5S of good housekeeping. There is no ideal or universal model for the layout of housekeeping department. The layout differs in hotels based upon the size and limitation of physical space. However, the layouts must respond to certain considerations. So what are these considerations? So first, the number of guest rooms determine the space required to maintain inventories of room linen and supplies. The number of function rooms determine the amount of linen to be maintained. The number of public area facilities and anticipated volume of business determine the amount of restaurant linen to be maintained. And whether the hotel decided to outsource some services like landscaping, flower arrangement, tailoring, upholstery, laundry, etc., be able to optimally utilize the space. The number of total employees for the amount of uniform inventories that have to be maintained. So every hotel space is valuable and used mostly to generate revenue. An investor or owner makes decisions whether to allot space to revenue generating activities just like flower arrangement, landscaping, laundry, and the like, or through non-revenue activities such as housekeeping. It is one of the reasons where you can see the non-revenue activities such as housekeeping located to the unattractive locations in the building, mostly located in the basement termed as backhouse areas. Housekeeping design factors. There are few considerations to be kept in mind when planning housekeeping facilities. So first, it must be accessible to all employees of the hotel as they visit the uniform room for exchanging uniforms. Food and beverage personnel and floor supervisors visit the linen room for exchanging linen. The location must be away from guest view and traffic. So it's very important for them to easily access those areas, especially those uniform and linen rooms. It should be away from the guests and traffic so that they can easily get what they want and it's less hassle and can consume too much time. Next is the floors must be strong for heavy equipment such as laundry machines, and the sound and vibration of equipment should not disturb the guest. So it's very important to put the heavy and loud equipment such as laundry machines away in the guest areas so that the sounds and vibration of the equipment could not disturb the guest. Next is effective climate control is necessary. Extreme temperatures ruin textiles and equipment. It's very important to always monitor the temperature, especially where the equipment is stored. The equipment should be stored in a proper places with the prescribed temperature. Next is housekeeping corridors must be spaces for mobile equipment and staff traffic, especially at exchange counters of the uniforms and linen rooms. Adequate storage to stock volumes of linen, uniforms, cleaning detergents, operational equipment, lost and found items, toxic materials, and etc. So it's very important to have a different storage, especially this linen, uniforms, the cleaning detergents, and especially these toxic chemicals. Utilities such as power, fuel, water, and steam connection are required for housekeeping and laundry equipment. The utility connection should be easily accessible and concealed for safety. Next is facility design must be so that it is easy to keep the facility safe and sanitized. Cleaning crews must have access to every corner of the facility, especially under heavy equipment. So it's very important to those cleaning crews to have access in every corner of the facility, especially now that we're still in the pandemic. COVID is still here, so cleaning crews must sanitize all the areas of the facilities for the safety of the guest and also the safety of the workers. Next is the layout should match the type of building constructions. Skyscrapers, for instance, require efficient service elevators, while chalet-type resorts properties may require sturdy access roads to roll trolleys and carts. Distribution points for linen may vary. Busy hotels may have floor pantries, while chalet-type resorts properties may need service huts to serve a given number of chalets. of chalets. Next is physical fatigue is caused by too much movement, lack of climate control, and carrying heavy loads. The physical layout should take productivity of staff into account while planning the facility. Next is lighting must be bright in linen and uniform rooms so that stains and damages can be spotted. Every government prescribes safety codes, especially where people work. The codes prescribe adequate methods of waste disposal, recycling of materials like bottles, newspapers, and cans, sanitation schedules, preventive maintenance schedule, and etc. Next is layout and housekeeping facilities. So as you can see here, one example of the layout of housekeeping facility. So in the top left, you can see the linen store. Next to it is the tailor shop, linen and uniform room, and the top right is laundry. In the bottom left, you can see the executive housekeeper. Next to it is its secretary, housekeeper control room, housekeeper store, upholstery and furniture room, and flower room. In the middle, you can see the corridor, employee exchange counter, housekeeping or laundry exchange counter. So each and every one of it, I will explain and give its main features. Control desk room. So it is the main communication center of the housekeeping department. It is responsible for all information sent out and received from the control desk. So its main features are, it is the main communication center where relevant housekeeping information is sent and received. It is the nerve center for coordination with the front office, banquets, and etc. The room has a desk and chair, preferably more than one telephone and computer terminal for information storage and control. It should have a large notice board to display essential information for the staff, and the desk control room is the point where all staff report for duty and check out at the end of the duty. It adjoins the housekeeper's office. Next is the lost and found section. Lost and found section is it is an item left behind either in the room or in a public area identified by any staff and brought under the notice of housekeeping is termed as lost and found item. Then it is also a place or area where people can retrieve or reserve their lost items. Its main features are, it is a cupboard in a control desk room to store misplaced guest belongings that may be claimed later. It is away from the thoroughfare. The area is secure, cool, and dry. Next is the linen room. The linen room performs as a storage point and distribution center for issuing clean linen. Its main features are, the room is well lit, large, and airy, and free from heat and humidity. It has adequate shelves to stack linen and secure it from pulverage. The linen room has a counter for exchange of linen, and the linen room has adjoined the in-house laundry for smooth and speedy exchange of fresh and soiled linen and uniforms. It is accessible only to authorized persons, and it must have only one entry and exit doors for security. Next is uniform room. The uniform room is a central depot for hotel staff uniform. This is the place where clean articles are distributed throughout the establishment. Bulk of clean uniforms is stored here. So, the features are hanging racks, as most uniforms are best maintained when hung. Shelves for regular handy uniforms like dungarees, chef jackets, and etc. Cupboards for small accessories like gloves, ties, bows, caps, and etc. Exchange counter for employees who come to collect and deposit their uniforms, and exchange counter with an in-house laundry. It has only one entry and exit door for security. Next is housekeeping store. It is a storage area where the cleaning equipment and great supplies are securely stored. So the main features are, the room should be cool and dry. It is provided with shelves to stack the linen and materials. It has only one entry exit door for security. Next is heavy equipment store. It is where the heavy equipment for cleaning is stored. So the main features are, the room should be clean and dry. It is securely locked to prevent pilferage or thief, as they constitute substantial capital investment. It has only one entry-exit door for security. Next is tailor room. It is a place or room for stitching and repairing of linen and uniforms takes place. Its features are: the room has sewing machines and machining station based on the number of tailors employed. It has shelves and cupboards to store materials used for uniforms. It is accessible only to tailors and uniform room personnel. Next is upholstery and furniture yard. So it is a place or a space provided to store damaged upholstered furniture. Next is the floor linen room. So its main features are: it is the housekeeping nerve center for the floor. It is away from guest view, situated at the end of floors or of the foyers of service elevators. It maintains a complete turnover of fresh linen to service all rooms on the floor. It is equipped with shelves and cupboards, hampers, and a sink with a water supply for washing glasses, and etc. Next is flower room. Flower room is a room that is used by florists who prepares flower arrangement for display at the various parts of the hotel. Its main features are: the room is air conditioned to keep the flower fresh. It has a work tables to assemble the flower arrangements. It has a tap with running water and a sink. Next is greenhouse. It is a place or building with glass walls and glass roof where you can grow plants such as tomatoes and tropical flowers. Its main features are: it is an area covered in polythene or glass, and it has a water source to water the plants. Next is horticulture equipment store. It is a place where you can buy equipments for your gardens or plants. Example is flower shears, axes, cutting tools, watering cans, and other planting tools. Next is laundry room. Laundry room is responsible for washing tons of soiled linens and uniforms that are generated daily. So its main features are: it is equipped with shelves and cupboard for fresh linen storage. In this room, effective climate control is necessary and adequate storage for stocks. Next, 5S of good housekeeping techniques for enhancing productivity, quality, and safety at the workplace. So what is 5S all about? 5S is amongst the first and fundamental steps implemented by an enterprise towards the path of implementing total quality management and continuous improvement at the operation level. So 5S is a process designed to organize the workplace, keep it clean, and maintain effective and standard conditions. It instills the discipline required to enable each individual to achieve and maintain a world-class environment. So, 5S started in 1972 by Henry Ford in the United States as CANDO program. The C in CANDO stands for cleaning up, A for arranging, N for neatness, D for discipline, and O for ongoing improvement. So, the technique was popularized as Japanese 5S in 1980s by Hiroyuki Hirano. Many enterprises have practiced the 5S and derived significant benefits from it. The technique has been widely practiced in Japan. Most of the Japanese 5S practitioners consider 5S useful not just only for improving their physical environment, but also for improving their thinking process too. In Japan, it is called workplace management. 5S will be needed if the workplace is messy and unorganized. It will be also needed if employees spend extra time in searching tools, papers, informations, and etc. So the 5S in Japan stands for Shiri, Shiton, Seshu, Sekatsu, and Shitsuke. So why do we practice 5S? The general concept of the 5S is that they are intended to eliminate waste. Working in this order is neither productive nor safe. 5S is a simple and practical method to instill a quality culture at the workplace. It is relatively easy to undertake and requires minimal additional resources. The first and small investment made in time and efforts pays off in much bigger manner when the results are realized and maintained. Among the main benefits of implementing 5S are: So the workplace becomes cleaner, safer, well organized, and more pleasant. Floor space utilization is improved. Workflow becomes smoother and more systematic, and non-value added activities are reduced. Next is the time for searching tools, materials, and documents is minimized. Machine breakdowns are reduced since clean and well-maintained equipment breaks down less frequently, and it also becomes easier to diagnose and repair before breakdowns occur. Therefore, it extends equipment life. The errors are minimized, leading to making defect-free products. Consumables and materials wastage are minimized. The morale and satisfaction of employees improves, and the productivity of the organization improves together with the quality products and services. So, how do we practice 5S? The meaning, methods of implementing, and benefits of each of the 5S are given. We have here, so sort or seiri in Japanese, sort in English, and seiri in Japanese. The emphasis of seiri is on stratification management and being able to spot the unwanted and unnecessary before they become problematic. So here, the methods. So first, decide what is necessary and what is unnecessary. Next is put a red tag on unnecessary items and keep them in a separated area. Discard or throw those items which had not been used in the past 1 year. Things used once in 6 to 12 months may be stored at a distance from workstation. Things used more than once a month should be available at a central point in the workplace. Things used hourly, every day, once a week, should be near in the workstation or may be worn by or keep in the pocket of your worker there. So, the benefits of following these methods are: your useful floor is safe, your searching time for tools, materials, and papers is reduced, you have better flow of work, and your inventory cost of unnecessary items is reduced. Next is set in order or seiton. Set in order in English and seiton in Japanese. Seiton in essence can be defined as neatness, having things in the right places or set up so that they are readily available for use, eliminating the need to search once everything has a right place so that it's functionally placed for quality and safety. It can then be deemed that the workplace is neat. While seiri helps you to decide what items are needed, seiton helps you to decide the way things are to be placed. So the methods: if necessary, reassign spaces, racks, cabinets, and etc. Decide the right places for everything. Put all materials and equipment at the place allocated to them with a proper label or signalization. Use alerts or indication for out-of-stock situations. Use floor paint marking to define working area, path, entrance, or exit, safety equipment, cart or trolley, location, and etc. Use standard color coding for pipelines for steam, water, gas, and drainage, and etc. Use display cautions, messages, instructions at proper place, at proper height, and written clearly. So the benefits of following these methods are: you take things out and keep things back easily. You make lesser mistakes. You reduce searching time. Your work environments become safe. Next one is shine or seiso. Shine in English and seiso in Japanese. Seiso places emphasis on cleaning so that things are clean. In other words, carrying out cleaning as form as inspection, example, getting rid of waste and foreign matter. It is important to note that depending on the circumstance, with higher quality, higher precision, and finer processing technologies, even the minute details may have the greatest ramifications, hence the importance to carry out cleaning as a form of inspection. So the methods: document procedures and guidelines for sorting, set in order, and shine. Make a checklist for each section and train your people in using them. Carry out periodic evaluation by using the above checklist. Use visual management to act quickly, for example, using open the shot open and shut directional labels on switches, etc. Temperature and safety temperature and safety labels, zone labels on measuring methods, normal zone, danger zone, and etc. OK or hold marks on product, put transparency control, make transparent covers of drawers, put inspection windows in the metal covers, and use location maps with emergency exits, firefighting equipment, and etc. The benefits of following those methods are your activities will be simplified, you will have the consistent in the work practices, you will avoid mistakes. With better visual and transparency management, work efficiency will improve. Next is standardize or seikatsu. Standardize in English, seikatsu in Japanese. This aspect of 5S focuses on standardization, making the first 3 S, seri, siton, and seiso, a constant routine. The emphasis here is on visual management, an important aspect to attain and maintain standardized condition to enable the individuals always act quickly. So here are the methods. Create awareness and publicize the system. For example, develop 5S news, 5S posters, 5S slogans, 5S days, and etc. Create a structure of how and when 5S activities will be implemented. Formulate guidelines for audit or evaluation of 5S implementation. And provide management support by providing resources and leadership. Reward and recognize best performers. So the benefits of following these methods are promotes habit for complying with workplace rules and procedures, creates healthy atmosphere at a good workplace, helps you to develop teamwork, and provides you with the data of improving 5S. And the last one is sustain or shitsuke. Sustain in English and shitsuke in Japanese. Shitsuke places emphasis on being able to forge a workplace with good habits and discipline, demonstrating to others what needs to be done and encouraging practice amongst them. This is mainly a management responsibility. So, methods. Divide the total area in zones and allocate the responsibility for cleaning for each zones. Decide on cleaning points, order of cleaning, type of cleaning, cleaning aid required, and etc. Display cleaning schedule, and during cleaning, look for defective conditions, loose bolts, vibrations, excessive sounds, high temperature, fallen tools, and etc. and solve the problem. Allocate space for storage of cleaning aids and consumables for cleaning. So the benefits, your workplace become free of dirt and stains, which is the starting point for quality. Your equipment's lifespan will be prolonged and breakdowns will be less. Creates a pleasant environment and prevents accidents. What is management's role in implementing 5S? It is important to note that the implementation of 5S concerns and benefits everyone in the organization. Like any other initiative, management has an important role to facilitate and support the process by acknowledging the importance of 5S for the organization, allowing employees time for 5S, providing resources and infrastructure for 5S implementation, personal involvement in implementation of 5S, creating tangible and intangible rewards and recognition for improvements, and promoting ongoing 5S efforts. So that's all for my report. Thank you everyone.